Hey guys, it's Katie. Thanks for checking out another video of mine. I recently did I did two videos where I picked my top product from 10 drugstore brands. So I did two parts. There's part one, I went through the first 5, and then part 2, obviously 6 through 10. So I decided to do that same thing, but with more expensive, higher end Sephora type brands. And again, same as the drugstore videos, this is not a ranking of the brands. The brands are just in random order. This is a favorite product from these different brands. The first brand is Milk Makeup. I don't think this will be a surprise to anyone. Also, I'll swatch pretty much whatever is swatchable. I don't think this is a surprise to anyone. I love their stick products. So this first one is their bronzer stick in the shade Baked. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. Easy to apply, easy to blend. Works on a lot of skin tones, not too orange. And then I have a mini size of one of their, what do they even call these ones? Their lip and cheek. This is in the shade Werk, like W-E-R-K. This was in their birthday gift last year, I think. I don't know. But this is a beautiful cheek color that, again, easy to blend out. Not too over the top, but it's not sheer either. So I've been wearing that a lot more now that it's summertime. The next brand is Tarte. And not a lot of people talk about a lot of Tarte products. Sorry, just trying to untangle myself. However, they have my favorite lip formula of all time. Actually, I just filmed a video where I shared my favorite summer lip colors, and I talked about some of the Tarte Colorsplash lipsticks. Favorite formula of all time. Not too shiny, not matte, but just that comfortable in-between cream. I picked out a more nude color to share with you. This is the shade Salt Life. So it's kind of a mauvey nude. Beautiful, comfortable. And then one of my favorite summery bold shades from the line is the shade Daquiri. Kind of like a pinky coral. So hands down, top product from Tarte. Nothing will touch it. The next brand is Huda Beauty. I have just a couple products from Huda, but again, no matter what she ever comes out with, nothing will beat the Mercury Retrograde palette, because it's everything. It is everything. I mean, you can do the most fun, colorful looks using kind of like the teals and the purples, the oranges, and even like these deep plums. But then if you look at this middle row and some of these down here, you really can fix yourself a neutral look. Palette I'll never ever declutter. I love these shades. They are, in my opinion, wearable colors. The next brand is Wander Beauty. They, again, they're not talked about all the time because they're not one of these brands that releases product after product after product. But I feel like what they do well, and I do hear people talk about them. This is the Wanderess Chill palette. It's a cool toned palette, hence the name Chill. I've been a cool toned babe my whole life. I really struggled through like the last 5 years when everything was warm toned. I'm a cool toned girl for life. But this is like the perfect travel palette or just mini everyday palette, because you get, there's one matte and the rest are just like satiny shimmers, and this is your matte. So you have your matte neutral transition blending shade, but then you have your very wearable colors as well. This pink, kind of more of a purple, this brown. Let me swatch those. Oops, I didn't swatch anything from Huda. I will. But these three are colors from the Wander palette. And I just feel like it is, for me, it is the perfect travel palette because I can do a neutral day look and then kind of spice it up with a little bit of color, but not over the top. Let me go back to the Huda palette and swatch a couple shades for you. I want to swatch some of the vibrants, but also some of the neutrals. Okay, so these three are from the Huda palette. So you kind of have this matte, deep burgundy plum, this very sparkly, deep turquoise, and then this kind of neutral, shiny, kind of like a nude bronze. Next is Nars. I don't have a lot from Nars. To me, it's a little too expensive sometimes. And this is not like a super fun product, but it's a staple product. It is their soft matte concealers. This is not something I use under my eyes. My under eyes are dry, can never use a matte product there. However, this is the best spot concealer. The best. It's creamy enough that it doesn't look dry and cakey on a blemish or on a spot or on a patch of redness that you want to cover. But it's not so creamy that it's going to wear off right away, slip and slide around, not be able to build up on a blemish. So, I mean, why did I swatch it? I don't know. But it's just that perfect consistency for something you truly do need to cover up. Any type of spot, blemish, pigmentation, hyperpigmentation spot. It's just really good. It is pricey. However, I feel like because you use it as a spot concealer, you use a tiny bit at a time and it'll last a really long time. Next brand is Urban Decay, and you know what? I'm not showing you an eyeshadow palette. Or even, what else are they known for? Their eyeliners. I do love their eyeliners, and I actually was going to say their Perversion eyeliner. It is the Blackest Black, budge proof, creamy, but anyway, I'm not sharing that product. The product I picked for them is one that it is unique in my collection, and I'll explain why. It's the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer. It's part of their Beached line that came out, I don't know if it came out a couple summers in a row, and I'm not sure if you can still get it. But I'll explain why I like it, and then if you feel like you would like something like this, you can look for this type of shade in another brand. The reason I like it is because it is my only bronzer that has more of a red / terracotta undertone, which for the summer is everything. It truly, where am I going with swatches now? Right here. It is truly, I don't know if it's picking up more orange on camera. When you put this on, it truly looks like you don't have bronzer on. It looks like you've just been out in the sun in a very healthy way. Not burnt, just sun-kissed. Oh, and the shade is Sunkissed. That's exactly what it makes you look, sun-kissed. Almost the only powder bronzer I use when I am tan in the summer. I use a lot of cream products, but as far as powder products, it's almost the only bronzer I use in the summer. And when I run out of this, I will search for another bronzer that has the same kind of undertones. Okay, Hourglass. Hourglass is stupid expensive. I mean, I have only bought their products either in like a mini version, which is still stupid expensive, or during a Sephora sale. This product I actually got for Christmas because it was $80 freaking at full price. I did not pay Santa did not pay that price, but it is their Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost palette. Sorry for the reflection, but here. I do feel like you either like Hourglass products or you don't see the hype at all. I also feel like the best way to try out their different products is by getting a palette. This was their limited edition holiday palette 2 years ago. But they have a palette like this come out every holiday season. But you get pretty much everything you would need in here for like a travel palette. You get your like finishing setting powders right here. These aren't going to show up. You get a highlight. Their highlights are pretty subtle, which I don't mind. But then you get a bronzer. Their bronzers are beautiful. And 2 different blushes. More of a corally one, more of a pink one. I tend to mix these together, but I will swatch the bronzer and the 2 blushes. Kind of light pink blush, the deeper corally one, and then the bronzer. The people who like Hourglass products like them, and this is why I like them, because it is a very kind of soft focus powder. It's called like ambient lighting, I think, for a reason. They don't look dry and powdery ever. They just give a nice soft focus, not even really a sheen to the face, but just a healthy look to the face. Now, are they worth how much they are? I don't actually think so. Probably somewhere in the drugstore or even a cheaper Sephora brand has something similar. But I kind of bought this because I like it for a travel palette, because it has, you know, your powder, highlighter, blush, and bronzer all in it. But I'd never buy it at full price. It Cosmetics. I do really like the It Cosmetics CC cream that everybody talks about. I love that. That is my only full coverage foundation in my collection. I love to wear that to things where I'm going to be out and about all day, such as weddings, or I don't know, you're going shopping for a day, or whatever you're doing. I don't know, you're on vacation and you're like going through different shops and restaurants and whatever. However, the product that is unique to me from their collection is their Foundation Illumination powder. So, I mean, it's not going to show up as anything special, but what this does, and I don't know how it does it, what this does is it sets your makeup and gives it a little bit of longevity, but it does not take away any sort of glow or sheen that you tried to get with your products. So I like a glowy look. I like for my skin to have that kind of healthy, dewy glow to it. And so sometimes using a powder to set it down can take away that dewiness. But then if you don't powder, it may not last as long. You might sweat it off. So this just really helps keep your makeup on, keep it in place for that glow to come through. What's really great is I feel like a lot of powders that say they're like luminous or whatever, they have like almost little glitter flecks in them, however micro they may be. This, I don't know how it does it. It does not have any sparkle glitter in it. It's just a magic powder. This is the newest high-end brand I've tried, and the newest product out of all of these, I guess. It is the Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip. One, this formula is top notch. That's all I'm going to say. This color amazing. It is kind of a pinky coral. Love it. I was wearing it in a video. Well, one, I was wearing this in a recent video where I had like a try on Sephora summer haul, whatever. And then I included it in my video where I shared my favorite summer lip colors. Here it is. I mean, look at it. To me, I mean, the thing that always steered me away from coral lips is that they were more orangey in undertone. But because this one is more pink, I just feel like it's really flattering. And the formula, I don't even know how to explain it. It's gloss finish. But it just kind of has a creamy, sheeny finish. I don't know. It's not matte. It's not pure cream. I mean, there is a little bit of a glow to it. Maybe that's the finish. It has a glow finish. I don't know. I hate spending, I don't know if this was like 19 or 21, something like that. I hate spending that kind of money on a lip product. I mean, I think it's stupid. That's what the Tarte Colorsplash ones are too. But it's good. They're good. This formula, again, is probably in my top 3. Brand number 10, and then honorable mention. Brand number 10 is the Balm. And this is not... I've tried a couple things from this brand, and I like them. One thing that I will continue to repurchase is their Schwing liquid liner. I don't know how to explain why this is so good. It has a felt tip applicator. It's super easy to work with because the felt tip is a little bit stiff. I feel like if they're too flimsy, it is really hard to control them, especially if you're trying to make a wing. This is the only liquid liner I've ever been able to make a decent looking wing with. And this is, I think, around $18. Super black, long lasting, easy to control. Again, how do you explain why an eyeliner is good, except it just is. Okay, guys, and honorable mention brand is Stila. So I have tried quite a few products from Stila, and I know they're, again, not a super talked about brand because they don't have new releases all the time. But I really do love the Stila Shimmer and Glows. I've tried the glitter and glows that have like chunks of glitter in them, decluttered all of them. But the Shimmer and Glows, these are just basically like a metallic liquid eyeshadow and absolutely stunning. This green one is called Vivid Jade. It is my favorite thing to wear around the holidays or in the fall because it's just a stunning, sparkly forest green. Oh, look at that shine. I mean, see how it looks really deep and then it's shiny and glowy. The other shade I wanted to share was the shade Twig. This is like a deep bronze. And these dry out. However, all you have to do is if you have eye drops, put like 2 or 3 eye drops in them before you go to use them and they're good as new. This is the shade Twig, just kind of like a bronze brown. Ugh. And all you have to do is put a few swipes on the lid, take kind of like a denser eye brush, blend it out, donezo. One shadow look, beautiful, and you get that dimension based on the angle. Okay, those are my top products from 10 high-end brands, actually 11. The few people who are watching this, if you want to comment, one, if any of these are your favorites as well, or maybe a favorite from a brand that I'm missing out on. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. I will see you next time.